Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been a long time. Um, there's only one day left in this long job, and then I get a whole week off. I'll drink to that. Oh yeah, it's time to do a long overdue video. It's been a while, and it's time to come back and hit you all with the SSR Carnival. Let's do it. Let's go through every SSR card that we got. Now, full disclosure, we got some more on order. Did order some specific cards. This is not technically something that comes to us through skill or luck. It's going to be cards that have just been hand picked. But I got to keep up with the tummies. I got to keep this collection fresh, and it's just a lot cheaper and a lot easier and a lot faster to just hand pick cards to buy. So, as always with a card carnival, we're going to start by saying, what is SSR? Now, this is a very interesting question because, as you know, in this channel, we firmly believe that the English letters represent a full word. Each letter represents a word, an initialism, if you will. And R, we are now going on record, if we haven't before, saying R means rare. SR, the card below this, can mean special rare or super rare. I think that's interchangeable. So what are we doing with SSR? What are we taking away from SSR? What is that supposed to mean in English? Now I'm going to do something controversial here. I'm going to not exactly follow these letters because I think what this implies is that this is a special rare, or if you so chose, I would not object to super special rare. But I think the cleanest way to get this name across is not to say special rare or anything like that. The true name of this card that I am hereby declaring now is a double special rare. Now, some of you may disagree with that because it's not DSR. However, I feel that double special rare does get across the sense of SSR in the clearest way in English. So, henceforth, I am going to call an SSR card, when I pronounce the full name, a double special rare. This is probably my hottest take for the card nomenclature in the Kyu Naruto card series. We're starting with the worst SSRs. As you can see, they're all Boruto characters, obviously. There's Burrito, he's a little whirly man. He doesn't have a Rasengan here. It looks like a Rasengan swirl. It looks like he's just going for a punch. I don't know much about his techniques, but I've heard a few things. They seem pretty bad. Apparently they use technology. They use like techno guns and stuff, and they're just like, oh, jutsus, you just press a button on a remote and it does the technique, which is pretty sad. People say there are a lot of belts in Boruto. I don't know if you can see a belt on Shigadai. I guess not. This guy is pretty much just a copy of Shikamaru, which isn't bad in and of itself, but he doesn't have a lot to work with in his series. The black lines are cool. The black lines with gold outline. I don't think that's normally how we see Shikamaru's shadows, and they're all kind of like, they're not connected, which is cool, so I sort of like that. Choji married that red-headed woman from the cloud. That's crazy. Did he ever meet her in the whole show? I don't think so. Someone must have really liked that character. I guess the guy who does Boruto, who's not Kishimoto. It's the guy who does Boruto called Ishimoto, because that's a crazy coincidence. I don't know anything about Boruto. All right, she's got a belt. She's got a belt across her chest. Why? She's doing a partial expansion. All right, so these are the traditional SSR double special rare rainbow lines. They're just like swirling energy. They're just rainbowed swirling energy. Speaking of a swirl, here's an SSR card. I think this is when Naruto is learning the Rasengan and he's doing it in a water balloon. He's trying to like spin the water in a water balloon. which is cool. This is kind of a funny card because it's not like an attack. Most SSRs are. I guess this is considered the Rasengan. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a whole other thing. I actually don't know. But I feel like this is Rasengan. Rasengan's an A rank technique. It's not an S, I don't think. I think it's an A rank technique. The basic Rasengan is an A rank. Anyway, this is funny because he's eating a fish and he's not really attacking, but he just has a water balloon and he's like, hey, get a load of this. 55,000 attack for a water balloon in the face. Boom, we got those spicy, slashy, double special rare rainbow lines, but now they're slashing towards you. It's like he's doing a slish slash with the QB cloak. We got rainbow on the headband, rainbow on the slish slash. There he is, an S rank technique. We also have this card in an HR. He's got the secret scroll. Look at all those rainbow lines. See what I mean? They're in practically every SSR card. If you have an SSR card without these like rainbow slashes, I feel like that is a slightly more rare thing. I think this is Shadow Clones, also an A rank technique. I miss the goggles. Honestly, the goggles are kind of stupid, but they're kind of cute. They're kind of cool. I kind of prefer goggles Naruto to headband Naruto. This is funny. We have an SSR of this girl. I think her name is Kin. And she's the sound girl, you know, ostensibly evil, I guess, maybe manipulated by Orochimaru. And she just has like a, a nice friendly smile on her face. She just looks like a friend. And she's got spotted pants. She's got cow pants. And the smile of a friend on her face, even though she's kind of a bad guy. You know what happens to her? Well, I guess Orochimaru kills her? No. Well, yes, he does. He uses her for the reanimation jutsu for the first and second Hokage. He uses this girl and also her friend Zaku, who's also on the team. And they're used for the reanimation. And then, you know, that kills them. Their bodies are used for reanimation. And they are subsequently or immediately killed. I'm not sure if reanimation kills you immediately. When the first and second Hokage go back to Spirit Land, you see Kin's body dissolve. I think her name is Kin. Anyway, this is a funny one and a very rare character. Oh, here's Wep. Okay, here's Rock Lee. He's going, ha, come and have a piece of these big old sausage fingers. I'll stick them right in your nose. Shoo, 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 shoo. There he is, doing his A-rank technique, hand poke. We've got a little bit of rainbow cloud in the background, which is cool. Lots of SSRs today. Here's the Sauce Boy back when he was a new boy. I kind of liked when they're kids. I think I'm gonna stand by the following statement that the power scaling made sense when Naruto and Sasuke were kids. Like Kakashi and Zabuza were like the high level ninja, and the kids, even though they were weak, they could still form a strategy that had a small but important impact on battles. Like Naruto and Sasuke throwing the shuriken at Zabuza, turns into Naruto, he throws the knife, Zabuza lets go of the water ball, Kakashi gets out. That was impactful, you know? It wasn't like they were sort of in a hopeless situation, but they turned it around with clever strategy, but not brute force. What they didn't do is they didn't just blow a giant fireball at Zabuza and destroy him, or they didn't like throw an ungodly Rasengan at Zabuza and like beat him with brute force. They had to strategize and they had to use what they had at their disposal, which were techniques they learned at the academy. And that was cool. That was cool to see kids put pressure on a higher level ninja strategically, but not by turning into a bulldozer and attacking him with 1,000 beams of light or lasers or whatever. The power gets a little out of control later in the series. Sage Naruto, I've said it before, Sage Naruto is the coolest Naruto. This cape is awesome. Everything that happens in the pain fight is amazing. This is when Naruto, when you really feel like he has kind of become a master, or become like Jiraiya's level, or become like a Sannin himself, you know? When he shows up with all the frogs, he's got his new Does he have his wind Rasengan? He does. He does have it. He has it perfected by then. He can throw it. And he's got his cool outfit. Everything is great. He's got new eyes. He's got frog eyes. Everything about Sage Naruto is great. He never really gets that cloak again. That cloak was a one-time use only, which sucks. Cloaks are hard to draw, apparently. And we sort of see Sage Mode be useful later on as well, but this was a very defining moment, I think. Kuro, he's a puppet man. He only matters for the Gaara retrieval arc. He gets poisoned, Sakura heals him. I don't know if he does anything else, but he is pretty irrelevant for the rest of the show, which is too bad because I love the sand characters in the Sand Village. This isn't an attack. This is just Kiba looking hot. He just has a leather jacket on and he's just like slightly sticking out his pelvis. This isn't an attack. This is just a B-level posture from Kiba. He's just looking good, and he's got the heat of looking good in the background, which is very funny. Turns out that he doesn't have that big like collar of fur around his head. That's not his hair. It was just the lining of his big coat. Why does he wear such a big ugly coat as a child? I don't know, but he looks good now. Even if he's not a good ninja, damn, you're looking good, Kiba. Got a leather jacket and some black pants, and you're fucking just thrusting your pelvis out. Ladies love him. Here's Hinata. She's got a blue background. She's doing a little top hand, bottom hand situation. Does she ever learn to do any Hyuga techniques? Does she learn to do a proper rotation? I don't know. I don't know if you ever see her do a 64 palms or a rotation. I think not. She maybe doesn't matter. That's the trend with these characters, is that after the original series, they cease to matter as the Akatsuki become central antagonists, and then Naruto and Sasuke become central protagonists, and everyone else kind of falls by the wayside. They're doing so many anime remakes these days. Why don't they do one of Naruto, where all the characters get more time or whatever? I guess like Boruto is like the thing that is still milking the money out of the Naruto series instead of a remake. But like, geez, there's a lot of sort of missed opportunities in Naruto, even though it's incredibly long. Like every character basically gets sidelined eventually. Hell, I don't think we ever see Hinata and Naruto care about, like, we do see them care about each other. We see mostly her care about him. But I don't think we ever see romance develop between them. They're married at the end. Wild. Zombie Hashirama. Edo Tensei Hashirama. He's back. He's a good man. He has so many things going on for him. He's got Sage Mode. Under his headband is a circle for the 100 healing. It's a technique that Tsunade uses. So what the hell else does he have? He has the red lines of a Sage Mode. He has the 100 healings. I'm forgetting some other technique that he has. I mean, I guess just like regenerative / wood abilities / tailed beast sealing abilities. Everybody wants this guy's cells. I heard a funny thing that Hashirama is made out of 100% Hashirama cells, which is why he's so powerful. He has the most Hashirama cells out of anybody. Which explains his incredible power. You know, I don't know what he did to spread his cells all over the place. I mean, I think we can think of a couple of things, but boy, people sure access this guy's cells a lot, and they sure experiment with them a lot. Orochimaru certainly does. Here's Ino. She's not really doing a jutsu. She's just standing on one leg. She's just a kid. Never noticed these little, like, earrings down here. That's kind of interesting. And these big, poofy armband cooler things. Very silly. Why do they all wear medical tape? Is it just to keep their bodies tight so their bones won't break? I don't really know. It's a C rank. Standing on one leg is a C rank technique. Blah! Alright. Anyway, she's purple. The colors are pretty nice. Sakura's coming to punch ya! I like how her Fiery Fist is a rainbow in this one. She's coming to get you. Just a C rank Sakura. Whoa, says my guy. Look at that hair. It looks like he has a different hairstyle than a bowl cut currently. Looks like he has an afro or something. A big floofy afro. Look at that. That's so weird. Who the hell is this guy? Let us know in the comments. It must be my guy. Only my guy has that stern eyebrowed face. Lee's face is kind of goofy. Lee has big round eyes, like a goofy man. Here's Dan, a goofy man. Jumping across a field of purple and blue. A very pretty card. We're getting into the good ones now. Just a beautiful card to look at. Look at all that clever rainbowing. And that clever purple-blue. I think purple-blue cards are some of my favorites. Speaking of which, here's our first grown-up Sasuke. There are a number of these coming up. His body is aflame in Chidori. Just lightning and zapping all around. And all these Sasuke cards are purple and blue, which does make them fairly nice. He has his Taka cloak on, I think. Is that the curse mark right there? Can you see that? Is that the curse mark? I think it is. Okay, maybe he's not Taka yet then. That's when he beats, after he beats Itachi, and Itachi takes the curse mark off of him. I thought this was later on, but maybe it's not. Sasuke. I saw you pull this, the tummies. It's a nice one. This is like an early Susanoo, I think. This is like a very early ribcage Susanoo, or it's like just about to form into a ribcage, the earliest stage of the Susanoo. And boy, was that ever fucking cool. He goes up against 5 Kage. 5. All 5 of them. And they are just pulling out these massive attacks on him. And then the Susanoo comes out and it's like, holy shit, this thing can't be stopped. This thing can take anything. Like when we saw with Itachi. Here's a level 2 Susanoo. Very scary looking. Kind of like an Egyptian god or something like that. Very purple, very blue. And he gets the bow. That's cool. How does he get the bow? Right? Itachi has a sword and a shield, which he had to actually get. He had to attain or, pick up that sword and shield from somewhere. They're not things inherent to his Susanoo. But Sasuke has a bow and arrow that is kind of inherent to his Susanoo. Boom! It's the Raikage! Why did he have shurikens tattooed on his shoulders? That seems kind of like a lame ninja tattoo, if you ask me. Just like tattooing a butter knife on your thigh or something. This is cool. We don't have a lot of Kages, so seeing the Raikage here is great. And of course, he's crackling with electricity. He's a crackling man. A fast man. Too bad we don't see his stats, because his speed should be, just out of control. Here's Kushina. This is a nice bubbly orange card. Lots of nice red rainbow lines. And at this point, we have gone out of the scope of regular rainbow slashes across the card. We're into the good stuff, right? The rainbow slashes are like the lesser SSR cards have them, I think. If you just have this stuff, just swirling around a person doing nothing, that is a lesser SSR to me. The SSRs that are cool are like a character surrounded by a different kind of energy, like doing an actual technique, whether it's Chidori or whatever. Like here, Minato is not doing anything. He's just standing, and these rainbow slashes are kind of around him, which again, like, this is supposed to be an attack, and maybe it's the Flying Thunder God, but he's definitely not doing it here. He's just standing in a coat with a hat. Here we see a little bit more action, which is cool, of course. Presumably he is doing the Thunder God here, teleporting to the kunai. Why did Naruto never learn how to do that? It seems really good. Minato is one of the all-timers. Everybody loves him. He's one of the strongest guys. He's fast. I think he was once supposed to be the best ninja of all time before the first Hokage became a literal god. Oh yeah, getting into the good stuff. Rainbow arm guards. Everybody loves Itachi. This may be as good a time as ever to talk about Susanoo, because when Itachi pulls that out, it is so damn cool. Sasuke has been just going after this guy, throwing everything against him. Fireballs, lightning, genjutsu, everything he's got in his arsenal, and finally Sasuke just is totally spent. He hurls true lightning, which is a great idea. That true lightning is somehow like stronger than ninja lightning. That got glossed over immediately. It was a very cool idea. Sasuke was like, I'm not just messing around with like homemade lightning now. I'm going to hit you with a real lightning bolt. Nothing in the world can stop this. You'll be instantly killed. And he hits him, and then turns out Itachi was just playing the whole time, because he has an invincible ghost shield that just appears around him in orange fire, and it can't be defeated by any means. And then one of my favorite lines in the series, Zetsu, who's been watching the whole time, looks at Itachi's like sword. I think it's called the like Totsuka sword or something. And Zetsu is like, how the hell did he get that? That doesn't even exist. And it's never, they never tell you, which is great, because, we don't need to know how Itachi got that. It's just like some insane, non-physical, metaphysical sword that Itachi got that can just instantly seal anything, and there's no way to stop it. And then he also has the frickin' mirror, which can stop any attack that's sent at him. And you're like, how the hell did he get this? He was holding on to this the whole time. He was just playing with Sasuke the whole time. And that was sweet. And, after that, lots of other characters get Susanoo. Sasuke does, which is kind of cool to see him develop it, because he is his brother. Madara does, which at that point it's like, okay, Susanoo was supposed to be like Itachi's thing. He was supposed to have Amaterasu in one eye, Tsukiyomi in the other eye, and then together Susanoo. Thematically, it's correct. They're all Shinto gods. You're supposed to have an ability in each of your eyes and then one ability together. And I think, it seems like Kishimoto just sort of gave up on that because it would be like too many abilities, and he was just like, fuck it, everyone has Susanoo with both their eyes. This was supposed to be Itachi's own special thing, just like Tsukiyomi, which nobody else does. Tsukiyomi gets untouched. Nobody can do it but him. Even Sasuke can't do it, which is great. Susanoo should have only been Itachi's thing, though. Maybe it's okay with Sasuke because it was cool to see him develop some of the techniques Itachi did, and they are brothers. But damn, talk about using a cool idea a little too often. If it was just Itachi, I think it would have been ultimately cooler. Okay, we're getting down to our last three SSRs. The swirls of flame, the blazes of Itachi. B, an unstoppable man, only killed by COVID. And then here's Obito. I don't know if we've seen this one before, but he's a purple blue man. He's got this fan, which is cool. You don't see a lot of combat with the fan, but I like that it's a weapon. That a big fan, a big guitar fan, could be a weapon that he just swings around and he knocks techniques away. They say that he can only have one Rinnegan, the purple eye, because two would kill him. But I don't know why that is, because he's an Uchiha, and the Rinnegan is an Uchiha eye. It's the Sharingan, just evolved. So it seems like he is the right sort of blood type, lineage, whatever, to have two of these bad boys, but only Madara can handle them, but also Nagato can, and he's not even an Uchiha. He's just an Uzumaki, so I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Here's Deidara. He's my favorite Akatsuki. That means I know you guys have this guy now. And he's a great guy. He's fun. It's fun to see him with Sasori talking smack. They're talking about art. They're arguing. It's great to see him with Toby. very sort of Looney Tunes-esque gags with them blowing up Toby over and over again. You know, Toby's always making comments about Datara's art being crappy, and Datara gets really worked up. So he's a fun character. He's got fun techniques. He can invade your body with microbial bombs that can explode you and dissolve you from inside. Some people say that ability could not be stopped by anyone, even the first Hokage, if he were to bite the bullet on that. I think Sasuke gets around it by using a genjutsu, making it seem like Datara has won, but actually he's just been behind Datara, which is out of the blast radius. So, you know, maybe there are ways around it, but it seems very good. And flying is very good, and Datara can fly on his dragon. And that is the whole, currently anyway, at the moment, the whole range of double special rare. How good is a double special rare? Honestly, it's one of my favorites. Double special rares are one of the least rare cards, but to me, they're one of the most important. And I don't really consider myself to have a character until I have them in a double special rare. So for instance, I don't have any double special rare of Kakashi, and as a result, I consider myself to not really have Kakashi in my deck until I get a real deal card, an SSR. So hope you enjoyed that. That was a long one. We've seen them all now. And hey, there's more coming, so stay tuned. As soon as we get those new cards delivered, oh boy, oh baby, oh pizza pie, there's going to be some noise on this channel, all right. All right, have yourself a double special day.